So I have a little story to tell you about my own storm. About a year ago, I took a leadership class, and I was expecting this class to help me grow personally and professionally. I was expecting it to be very affirming. I was expecting to get great tools and to leave that experience filled up, ready to go out and serve God with just a greater awareness of how to do that. And I was very open and vulnerable with the leaders of that course. And so I shared all aspects of my life with them that they asked to know about. But you know what they did? Rather than be affirming, they ended up using that information against me like a weapon. And it was deeply painful. So painful that I felt like I was in the boat with Jesus. I was in that experience that the disciples had, and the waves were crashing in on me. And I didn't know what to do about it. I didn't know how to stop it. I didn't know what to think about it. But Jesus was with me in my boat. And even before I came home, and it was a week-long class, even before I came home, he put it on people's hearts to email me, to call me, to check on me and see how I was doing. When I reached out to family members, they affirmed me. And this wasn't just once throughout the class. It was a 5-day class. This was a daily, couple times a day thing that I needed. And Jesus knew that I needed it. And when I was going through that experience, I couldn't feel his presence. And I have to tell you, I live with his presence daily. He is with me. And to be in such a painful time in my life, for me to have Jesus be sleeping in the boat was terrifying. And I had to rely on who I knew him to be, what his word said that he was. And I had to keep coming back to those truths because that's what grounded me. But Jesus knew, he knows me, he knows I'm a person. So I need people to affirm me. And he sent them. And he sent them and that was his way of loving me during that time. And when I got home, it just felt like I was taking baby steps and baby steps and baby steps and dealing with that pain. And trusting God for who he was. And believing that truth in my heart. And it probably took me about 3 to 6 months before that pain wasn't my constant companion anymore. Does anyone understand? Do you guys know how it feels to have pain that is constant companion? But I didn't understand why God allowed me to go through it. Because I believed he was good. I know that his word says that he has plans that are good for me. And that didn't feel good. And I didn't understand. I didn't understand the purpose of it. But I have to say this is so cool. Right this summer, right when I was getting about the time to prepare this message, I feel like the Lord gave me revelation about why I needed to go through that. And that was so that I would know, completely separate from everything else and every other person in my life, that it is his opinion of me that matters. It is God's opinion, not anybody else's. And the reason why I wasn't listening to their opinion is because those people did not know me. They were making deductions based on things that they were putting together and assumptions they had no business making because they didn't know me at all. And that is the difference between the people that God brought into my life to affirm me, to speak truth to me, to point me back to him. Those people know me. They know who I am. And for that, I'm forever grateful. Friends, I needed to know who he was. Deep down in myself, rooted so that whatever came in my life after that experience, I would be able to handle it. And you need to know who he is, because you have storms coming. We all have storms. Nobody gets absent from them in this life. That's just how this life is. And maybe some of us are in them now.